I remember the golden sunlight got me out of my slumber and back into reality. My eyelids felt heavy, and my back stiffer than I remembered it to be from that dream I just had. It became kind of normal lately to wake up like this. I am an old fox now, you know? Well, you sure do. The slightly wiggling branches of that tree outside our window made the incoming orange sunbeams dance through the room, ending on gray fur from that small frame in front of me which my paws protectively surrounded. You lied there, curled up and pressed against my chest. You always did that, and I loved it. You looked fragile, and yet so peaceful in my arms. Things became different. Back then, you used to downright punch me till I finally woke up, happily giggling in front of me, pulling at my arms and ears, begging me to finally get up, starting a new day together. Even after retirement from the force, you still had so much energy left. So you started something completely new. You started writing. Old stories of this country, the boroughs, relationships, even a biography about yourself. And us. One successful book followed by yet another. You really surprised all of us with your new discovered talent, and the readers loved it. I was your biggest fan. But over the last few years, time took its toll, and your body was getting more tired until one day I became the one pulling your arms and ears to wake you up. We always shared everything, but sadly the biological time given wasn't anything a bunny and fox could share. We've talked about this sometimes when we were younger, but usually ended up making fun of it and comforted us. We'll be just fine. And actually we were, for most of the time. But later things have changed. You felt it, and so did I. I remember just watching you that one morning. No pulling, no nudging. Not today. Just watching you there, in front of me, with your head buried into my slightly thicker winter fur, only your ears poking out and folded behind your head. I really love that sight. Back in Zootopia, I never witnessed my fur actually change, thanks to the stable climate within the city. But since we moved to Bunnyborough after our retirement, many things have changed, most for the better. And after all, you enjoyed having a bit more fluff to comfort you, didn't you? I remember. While I was lost in thoughts, I almost didn't notice that gray frame in front of me moving, an arm aiming slowly towards my muzzle with its tiny paws searching for grip on my bridge, pulling itself upwards, very slowly, facing me with a weak smile. This was the everyday moment that meant the world to me. That moment that never changed in all these years. There you were, my love, my savior, my Judy, smiling at me just like the first time we woke up together. Even after time has weakened your body, diluted your vision, and made your fur grow slightly grayer than before, you were still 100% that lovely soul I met as I queued meter bait on the streets in the heart of the big city. And who would have thought I would make Carrots my wife some years later? Yes, we really made it. Bunny with a fox? It was absolutely unthinkable. That morning you broke the silence of that moment with something different. I remember your eyes that day. The mix of pain and hope reflected from your still powerful amethyst eyes. You asked me to stop feeling sad about oncoming events that are inevitable, that I have to stay the lovable dumb fox you loved, someday even without her, to live on and still be the beloved storytelling uncle and great uncle for our huge family. Even when it's time, you told me, it won't be a goodbye forever. I silently agreed and held you close to me, but I was so scared. Scared to wake up someday to find out you aren't there anymore. Scared that once you're gone, your scent around me, this room, the house, will slowly vanish over time and finally disappear with all my memories of you. You seemed tired long before, but over the following days your health started to slowly deteriorate. You started to sleep even longer, sometimes for whole days, eating too rarely and little. The doctors couldn't help. Still, you told me it was nothing, and I shouldn't be worried about you. You dumb, lovable bunny. And even though you felt weaker every day, you never stopped your faithful smile to comfort me. That smile that I saved forever in my heart. Then, one morning about 5 weeks later, something was different. When I woke up, I noticed your expression of pain was gone, but so was your smile. You looked so relieved and peaceful in my arms when I realized you silently passed away close to me that night. And here I am now, thinking about you, missing you. Only weeks have passed since you're gone, and I'm sorry to let you wait, Judy. When it's time, I will look for you. And even if I have to pull off one last hustle in front of the holy Maid Marian herself, I will find you. Until then, I'm doing what you asked me to, even though it's getting harder for me to keep up without you on my side. You know our great-nephews are crazy for all the stories about our adventures, and there is still much to tell. I'm so proud of every single one of them. They miss you too, Judy. We all do. Anyways, you once allowed me to read your old diary in case I get in a nostalgic mood, remember? I think today's a good day to stop being scared to remember, and to look forward again. So maybe I'll give it a try. There's still an empty place on my side, so... Wanna join me, Bun Bun?